Narrator ****. Have you ever stood in the middle of New York City, looked up, and just wondered, how did this happen? How did a small, marshy island at the edge of a continent become this forest of steel and glass? It's a city that seems to defy gravity, to touch the sky. But the story of how New York was built isn't just about steel beams and concrete. It's a story of ambition, of grit, and of hidden ingenuity, buried right beneath our feet. This is the story of the bones of a metropolis. Cut to archival footage and illustrations of early New Amsterdam, Dutch settlers trading with Native Americans. Simple wooden houses. Narrator. Our story begins over 400 years ago. Not with skyscrapers, but with a tiny Dutch trading post called New Amsterdam. Life here was dictated by the land. The island of Manhattan, or Mannahatta, as the native Lenape people called it, was a hilly, marshy place, crisscrossed by streams. The first challenge for these settlers wasn't building up, but simply building it all. They drained swamps, filled in ponds, and laid down the first cobblestone paths on what was essentially a rugged wilderness. Visuals transitioned to show old maps of Manhattan, with modern street grids overlaid. Show an animation of Pearl Street, originally the coastline, being filled in. Narrator. Look at a map of Lower Manhattan today. Streets like Pearl Street and Water Street give us clues. They weren't just names, they were descriptions. Pearl Street was the original shoreline, lined with oyster shells. As the city grew, the colonists literally pushed the island out into the river, creating more land by filling in the water with rock, debris, and anything else they could find. This process, called landfill, is one of New York's oldest traditions. Much of the financial district in Battery Park City, where millions walk every day, is built on land that simply didn't exist when the Dutch arrived. They were terraforming a city into existence. Scene shifts to the 19th century. Images of the 1811 grid plan, tenement buildings, and the construction of the Brooklyn Bridge. Use Ken Burn-style pans across old photographs. Narrator. Then came the grid. The Commissioner's Plan of 1811 was an act of radical imagination. It sliced through hills and filled in valleys, imposing a rigid rectangular order on the chaotic landscape. This grid wasn't just a map, it was a blueprint for explosive growth. It created the very framework that would allow the city to march northward. But with this growth came a new, monumental challenge. How do you connect a city divided by water? The answer was the Brooklyn Bridge. When it opened in 1883, it wasn't just a bridge, it was a miracle. It was the first bridge to use steel cables, a technology so new that people were terrified to cross it. Its colossal stone towers, for a time the tallest structures in the Western Hemisphere, symbolized a new era of American engineering. It was proof that nothing was impossible. Transition to early 20th century, black and white footage of early skyscraper construction. Workers walking on high steel beams without harnesses. Narrator. But the true secret to New York's vertical ambition lies deeper. Buried beneath the streets is the city's greatest geological gift, Manhattan schist. This incredibly strong ancient bedrock is the foundation upon which dreams are built. In Midtown and downtown, the schist is close to the surface, providing a perfect solid base to anchor the weight of giants. This is why you see clusters of skyscrapers in these two areas, with shorter buildings in between, where the bedrock dips deeper. Cinematic shots of Grand Central Terminal, followed by animations showing the subway lines and underground infrastructure. Narrator. As the city reached for the sky, it also burrowed deep into the earth. The construction of the subway system was a Herculean task. Workers, many of them immigrants, used dynamite and sheer muscle to carve miles of tunnels through that same hard schist. They built an underground circulatory system that became the lifeblood of the city, allowing millions to move and connecting the 5 boroughs into a single, sprawling organism. Above-ground iconic structures like Grand Central Terminal weren't just built on the land, they were integrated with it, creating a multi-level city with tracks and tunnels hidden beneath a cathedral of transportation. Modern-day time-lapse footage of New York City. People walking, taxis moving, lights turning on at dusk. The shot pulls back to reveal the entire glowing skyline. Asterisk asterisk narrator. Asterisk asterisk. So the next time you're here, walking these streets, take a moment. Feel the city beneath your feet. Remember the filled-in marshes of the Dutch, the audacious grid that shaped the island, the bedrock that holds it all up, and the bridges and tunnels that tie it all together. New York wasn't just built. It was imagined, blasted, and wrestled into existence. To living monument to the idea that with enough vision and relentless determination, you can build a city that not only scrapes the sky, but becomes a symbol of possibility for the entire world. It's a story written in stone and steel, and it's still being written every single day. Final breathtaking aerial shot of the entire city at night. Music fades out,